Hello, my name's Jason and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again. And this time we're going to have a go at painting this mountain scene. Now this this picture was taken by another great artist called Lee White. And he teaches on svslearn.com, which is a really good place to learn about how to create children's books and other aspects of art. I've done quite a lot of their courses. But anyway, I asked him if I could use his picture because I saw it and I was like, oh, I like that mountain. I can't remember where it was. I want to say, whatever I say will be wrong, so I won't say anything. I can't remember, but I just liked it and I thought, oh, I could like to do a painting like that. And so we'll give it a go. I'll move the reference picture up here. I'll try and explain what I'm doing all the way through. And I'm using the Watercolour and Gouache set that I've mentioned in another video, what I use. White gouache. I've got some blue and brown gouache on as well. And then I've got my array of Cotman watercolour paints. It's all Winsor & Newton branded stuff. Actually, I'll hold it here while I mix my colours. So, first things first, let's go back to the reference picture. We don't have to do it exact as this. We can change things because we're painters. We can mix things up. We're not photographers. We don't have to have it exact. We can exaggerate things, and I've already messed around on Photoshop and made this cloud go like that because I like the idea of a cloud stretching a bit further, and I might put in a few more. I'm not sure yet, but I just really like these slabs of rock hitting the light, just going and then real dark there, and the trees really dark, and then the nice lush grass and that shape. I just really like it. I feel like it needs a tree maybe here. But we can do whatever we like, can't we? So, what do you do when you first start? I tend to do now. Things change all the time, of course, and your method will be different to mine, no doubt, when you start painting. But what I tend to look for is a colour that is similar to what's there. So similar. So firstly, I get like a really thin sap green, like I've got here, water and sap green, and then I'll start putting my shape of the grass in there, and you'll notice this sort of fade away. So we've got that shape and that shape. The grass, and this is an underpainting. This is just blocking in, and this is what I find works for me in this way, doing underpaintings. A lot of the times when I use oils, I don't do underpaintings. I just paint, and sometimes I think to myself when I'm doing it like this, I think maybe I should try doing underpaintings with my oils as well, but I never do. I just seem to paint in a different manner when I'm using oil paints and when I do with this. But I like the way this works. I really do. I think because I've been using it outside, and the fact it's so forgiving, really. Now this is what I mean by forgiving, is this section that I'm doing now, it's such a light wash that it could easily be changed. Easily. So let's say this is the bottom of the sheet. I'm trying to make sure that I don't lose anything on the camera. So we're to about there, and now we've got, where do we think now? I think we'll block in some trees. What did I get there? Black. What's this? I think this is, I'm gonna make sort of a dull green. So what I'm gonna do, take that off. The extended palette, I don't need that. Not for this one. So what I'm thinking is, before I knock everything over, I'm thinking make a dull sort of colour for these trees. The trees, let's get some of this blue. The trees are quite dark, and I always find when I'm out and about and I look at trees, I always think, oh, they're a lot darker than I thought. I always think that. I don't know why. I think they're supposed to be light or something. They only really have light areas when the sun's really hitting them, because generally they're quite dark. Right. So we want to start looking at the mass of the trees. What I'm trying to think of, let's look at this again. I'm trying to look at this mass here. And this mass of trees, it's all almost the same colour, isn't it? Almost. It's the same tone at least. Very slight variations, the light hitting some of the sides of the trees, which we can pull out later, but generally it's fairly the same. Bearing in mind this is a printout on my printer and sometimes the colours are a bit off, but never mind. Do the best we can. Right, let's have a go. Let's put this dark in. Now, the more water you put in, the thinner your colour gets. I don't want it that thin, so I need less water. Paper towel. Paper towel, wipe the water off. I want it to be a little bit thicker. But if you're doing this as well, it's up to you if you want it, because as soon as you start thickening things up, that's when you start making your statement. You can see that goes up here. Yeah. As soon as the paint starts to get thicker, it becomes a bit more permanent when you're slapping down your colour. So I'm looking at that first shape, sort of like that, and then it goes across. Like this. So I was having a go today. I was sat outside trying to get a photo of some bees on this borage. I think it's called borage actually. On this borage plant that I've got. Well, I say plant, it's multiple plants this year. It seems to have really taken. And I managed to get a photo of this, some sort of a bee. Don't know what type of bee it is. And it's in flight as well. And I was like, ooh, yeah, that would be a good one to paint. Bit hard though. It's going to take me a while. So I think that wants to come down really. So this is what I do when there's areas that I've overdone it a little bit. I just get some water and just wash it out a bit. Because you can do that. No problem. Gotta speed things up a bit. This wants to come around here. I think I'll switch to the other brush. I haven't really been using the clear one. I've noticed it's starting to annoy me. The bristles are starting to separate a bit. I'll put that down. Let's go with this one. Okay. Yeah, that's better. So just start filling these in. There's that shape there. There's that shape. There's a big shape here. It's a big mass of trees there. I feel like I've sold that area a bit short. And the old wash out again. I think it wants to come up to that there. And then this bit. It's that big chunk here. Now I'm sort of thinking in my head's already whirring away, thinking, oh, we could make some of these areas a bit more dramatic. We could change things and make some of the mountains, you know, a little bit thicker, taller, stronger. But I'm going to hold back on that idea for now anyway. So there's quite a lot of it, these trees here. So when I'm out and about painting, I do work quite quick and a bit messy, I would say. And then I hope that at the end, when I start putting in the thicker colours, the gouache and the white, and I just kind of hope that it all comes together. And even if it doesn't really, I'm not too bothered, because these studies, they're to help you, to give you ideas for when you're doing other paintings. It's good practice, it's good fun as well. I'll just put that bit in there. Need a bit more of the browns and blues and greens to make this colour again. So this all comes together over here, and it goes sort of and then round, something like that anyway. Okay. Now, what I want to do is get that mountain colour. I think it's sort of a sandy reddy, probably with a touch of this blue in it. That'll probably work as our undercolour. Give it more of that red. I quite like that as the undercolour. Just washing my brush, and then I'm gonna start looking at this shape here, kind of a triangular sort of shape. A bit sharper, I think. This bit can have that yellowy colour in as well. This bit sort of here. Yeah. Getting a bit more of the yellow ochre. Yeah, I was out painting away yesterday. My best place that I found to paint was under a bridge. And I was sat under this bridge painting, and people luckily there's nobody around, but if someone would have seen me, they'd be like, oh, why is that guy under that bridge? And oh, he's painting. That's a bit strange. It was in the middle of nowhere, so you don't really get nobody, which is a good job, really. Okay, that'll do as my base colours, I think. Now I am gonna start putting in the sky. So for the sky, I need some blue and white. So the white, titanium white, and some of this blue, some of the gouache blue and white. Make a nice sky colour. Just mix that up. It's just blue and white. And now I'm gonna start. What I might do. Oh no, I can't do that. I was thinking I could turn my page around, but I've got a feeling that if I did that, you wouldn't be able to see it. Bit more blue in my colour. That's better. Got to sort of think about the cloud as well. Got to think about that cloud. A bit more there. A bit more. More colour. Also looking at the keep eyeballing the reference picture. This isn't exactly the same, but gives you an idea of how to have a go at something like this. You can do something better. tiny bit of water, get more white. So as this dries, you'll notice things change a bit. And it does take a bit of getting used to, that does. The lights go a little bit duller and the darks go a little bit lighter. But I've found, because I just keep working and working and working and keep painting, which isn't always a good idea, but never mind. And so I'm watching the change, and then I can sort of rectify it as I go. Yeah, because sometimes doing a painting, and if you're a bit more what's the word, clinical and accurate with your strokes, and you get it down and it's done straight away, you're happy, sometimes it makes the painting better to be cleaner and finished. But sometimes you need a bit more time to spend on it, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? Just putting in a bit of blue there. And some of that in there. And I want to bring this blue all the way along here. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. I tend to feel like when I'm painting the sky, I should do strokes this way, because sometimes if you do strokes downwards, it looks like it's raining. So I think, and there's no rule, it's just something I've noticed. That's why painting's so great, isn't it? There is no rule. If we want to do it a way, we'll do it, and if we don't want to do something a certain way, we won't. So it's pretty great, isn't it? Doing what you like. So I left this area here for the cloud. I didn't want to muddy things up too much, so I'm going to get some of the white. I could do with like a greyish colour actually. So what I need, I could do with a bit of brown maybe in with the blue. Brown and blue. Just show you. Just throwing a little bit of brown in this. And I think it needs some red. So alizarin crimson, brown and blue. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's on the wrong quarter, slightly on the wrong side of. Oh, that's close. It's a bit too brown, I think. I think that's better. A bit of red, just better for me. Yeah, that's better. We'll go with that. So I've got this greyish, brownish colour. I've been using this colour actually quite a lot when I've been painting the sky, painting the clouds in the sky. I just do that for practice as well. I've been, honestly, I've been practicing on everything at the moment. I'm really trying to get better. I'm not allowing myself to stop. It's for me anyway. It's warrior spirit. I've mentioned it before. So I do like martial arts. I've done them for a long time, and you need that kind of warrior spirit to keep going, to keep training. Using my finger there just to smudge that. This is just a bit of white. I didn't bother cleaning my brush, I just went into some white. Having a look at my reference and blending that with my finger. Okay, there's a bit more on the top than I've put. Oh, that's better. Just needed a bit more, didn't it? There was one day I went out walking with my camera. I thought I won't go out with my sketchbook because then I'll miss I'll miss other things. I'm not sure what these other things were, but in my head I was like, oh no, because if I go out painting I'll get stuck in one area and then that's it, I'll be painting that and I might miss something else. There might be a dream opportunity, a photo that'll be better than all photos I've ever taken, and it'll be amazing, and I'll see things that I don't normally see when I go out with my sketchbook. Can't say that happens. But I did take some really good sky pictures, which is what I wanted to do, so I guess it worked. And I got to do a bit of discovering as well. Seeing some things that I've not seen before. Being in places I've never been before. The adventure of an artist. So I'm using this smaller brush to get some blue. Started to forget what I was doing. I need some blue because I want to put the sky in there. Sky, sky, dot, dot, sky, dot. There we go. Quite like these clouds. Like that dot there. This is what I do with my oils though. Sometimes, you know, it's a bad idea when you're using this, but you know, whatever tricks you've got. So what I was doing is just putting in the sky back where I've taken some sky out. Just needed some back, and then use my finger to move it. So I think we've got that cloud in. Just wash my brush again. It's great. Washing your brush with water, so great. No need for paint thinners or anything. I mean, even with the water mixable oils, you do have to now and then use something to clean the brushes with. You can get, I can't remember what it's called now. You can get some citrusy thing. I can't remember its name that some people use. I've used Fairy Liquid, and after a while I do notice the brushes do get a little bit dodge. So there's a bit of a cloud there. And push that along. I might tempted to have one in here. Use my finger just to soften it. Give it the distance. Yeah, I think that'll do. Can't stop. Need to stop soon. Right, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do for that cloud. Right, now let's think about the mountain. We want to start giving that mountain some depth. Some depth. So, bit of paper. I think I'll stick with a bigger brush. I do like this brush. It's only a cheap brush. There we go. Paper towel, just wipe it. Dry it off, because we're going to use a thicker paint, so I want it to be dry. So, do I want to do the trees first, or do I want to do the mountain first? I kind of want to do both at the same time. So, let us make our mountain colour in this well here. So it is red, it is brown, that's pretty close actually, and of course we need the white. We might warm things up with some yellow ochre. Problem is with the white, it does cool your colours down. Let's warm it up again. Yellow ochre warms it up. Get the red again. Don't want it to be too red though. Don't want too pinky. No. Well, let's see what this looks like. So it's not bad. I don't mind that actually. I'm going to leave some of these cracky bits. And I'll just fill in some of the areas. Notice I'm trying to keep my brush at the same angle as the mountain, and that way, if all goes to plan, then it'll look like it's going this way, because that's the way that I painted it. Now there's that gap there. There's a bit there as well. This all kind of comes together a bit. I don't want to let it make it look too patchworky. There we go. What's going on here? There's a crack there. Oh, that's not too bad. I like that. And we can do this one as well while we're at it. One goes there, and then this one goes here. And we'll put a line there, maybe there. There's a bit of something there. Here on this one. It's quite an amazing place, this is. I need to go somewhere where there's some mountains. Okay, a bit of a highlight there, bit there. Yeah, and then there's some patches here. Patches of light hitting around these trees, I think. Yeah, that'll kind of do. mountainous. So what I'm going to do now, I'm thinking, is I want to... Some of these areas look a little bit too... what's the word? Light. So I'm just mixing some brown and blue and red and making this dark. Brown, blue and red. Oops, I've just splodged it on my book. Oh, my poor book. It's alright. All my books are really old anyway. Well, most of them anyway. So I want to put in this crack. I really like that. It's that little bit of detail that I like. I'll darken that bit there as well. So if you squint the old eyes, you can see a little bit more. You'll see little bits that you feel you want in. Maybe I've overdone that crack, but it'll do. Let's have a look at these areas now. So we've got, it's quite... So I'm trying to avoid white in these darks, because because whites milk your colours up, and it will go lighter when it dries. So I want to avoid it. I think this is higher than this, so I'm going to do that. There is a bit of rock here, isn't there? Oh. Can't paint everything. What do you mean? Of course you can. You can paint every little detail. It wants to look like a photo by the end of this. No. I do like doing that though. Painting things to look like a photo. And but I like doing this as well, where you're painting and you've got a bit more looseness, a little bit more freedom to not worry, not be stressed, just enjoying your painting. Bit of a crack there. I seem to have lost something in this bit. Just wipe my brush and get a bit more of this light colour. I kind of lost the mass of it. There we go. Let's put it back in. Also, this crack has got a little bit too wide. I think it's the shape of it, isn't it? Hold back, what are you doing? You're supposed to be just enjoying your painting. Can't help but see things, can I, though? And you think, oh, I could, if I just did this, I could just do that and get rid of that and change that colour there, because it looks a little different when you look at it. I'll just do that bit, and then I'll just do it like little dots here, and rub my finger across it, and it gets rid of it. And I do that all the time. This colour is adding a little bit more dimension, I think. It's just a bit of the dirty. This angle looks wrong. Yeah, looking at the reference picture, I've put this too close to this. Oh well. When you do yours, you do it better. and you do a mountain. This is really about how to do it more so. We'll pretend this is a fantasy one and this doesn't really exist. Then no one can say anything about that being wrong. Let's change that angle. There we go. Okay. We're somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting in the trees, because the might stick with my smaller brush. The problem is there's no contrasting elements at the moment. Everything is a little bit too light. So I'm picking up some dark. Get some of the sap green in with the blue and brown. Maybe a little bit of this, whatever that green is. Might be phthalo green, I'm not sure. It's Viridian or phthalo, one of the two. Right, now I've got some dark. See how this looks. Start putting in some tree marks. I just want a tiny bit of water, just to make it a bit more flowing. Okay. I'll leave some areas that are lighter, just so it's not all the same. But that does look definitely better. And the trees are on. I'm just really touching and going blip, 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 to get the tree out of the brush. They're in there. The trees are hiding in your brush, and you just push them out like that. Just push them out. They want to come out to play. Jumping on your painting. Jump, 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 jump. Okay. Now, usually it's darker at the base, so I'm going to pull. Oh, I've actually got some black on my palette. I might throw that in with my green mix, just to speed things up a bit. Because what I've been doing is I've been doing some tonal sketches, which I'll show you what they are on another episode. Basically just black and whites. But I plan on doing a lot of different episodes to teach a bit more, show little bits that I've picked up. Maybe get some painters that have got a bit more experience on the channel, and maybe have a chat, ask them some questions, get some secrets out of them. Maybe they know something we don't, and a little nugget of information will help us out. And I've got to say, there is one painter, I've mentioned him before, a chap called Nathan Fowkes. I did his class on schoolism, and it was amazing. So I'm not a trained artist or anything. I just enjoy painting, and I like doing it and have fun, so it's good to hear from someone who knows what they're talking about. The more experience we get, the better we get though. I've done quite a few commissions myself, mainly of dogs. But yeah, a little bit of put a little bit of blue in my colour there. I'm going to get a little bit of white as well, because back here it wants to be a bit bluer. Maybe I've gone too blue there, but it just doesn't want to be as strong. It's fun using the little brush though, isn't it? So I get a bit of this dark. Get some more green in that, a bit more of the blue in that. Bit of the brown, bit of the brown, bit of the blue, bit of the green, and let's carry on doing these little tree marks. Okay, so we've got a nice set of trees. What we need now is we need a field, don't we? Do we need to darken some of these areas, or do you think it's dark enough? I sort of bring my head back and sit back and have a look and have a think about it. I'll just get a little bit of the really dark and pull up a few bits. I quite like the fact that we can see the light. Maybe it's not dark enough, as that's lightened. As this is lightened, I'm thinking it needs darkening a bit. So what I'll do is I want some blue and black and a bit of red. Blue, black and red. And I think I'll come back in like this and I'll just take some of the areas a bit darker. I'll leave some, maybe there's a bit of light hitting some and it's not quite as dark. Some areas, oh, we missed some trees out there. Some areas it just needs a bit more darkness. We need some trees here. Right here. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I want some grass. We might as well move on, haven't we? Let's get some grass in there. Run out of space on my palette, so I'm going to use this palette. I usually clip this onto my other palette, and it makes it easier. So I got some green and a bit of brown in with the green, I think. And then I'll get some of this yellow, cad yellow, green. Okay. Green, yellow. Let's get some white. More white. Let's have a look at this. Needs more yellow. We don't want that white to make our paint look rubbish. And when I mean rubbish, I mean just not good. Pale. And so let's put in some of this grass. It's quite light in this area. I might leave some of this paper showing through actually. It might help. So I'll put in these lighter bits first. We've already got our base colour, so these are just things that need You can see like a line there almost. Don't know what that is. And then so you can see sort of a line here. There's a line here as well. Sort of here. See where the grass is sort of going along. Something like that. Get a bit more of that light. Yeah, if I don't like a bit of paint, I just go whoop with my finger. Go whoop, there it is. Yeah, that's looking a bit cleaner, isn't it? So now, let's have another look. We need some areas of darker green. Just to remind you, picture. Don't look too closely though, because it looks nothing like my painting. So, looking at this grass, this is what we're trying to get. There's a line there, line there, line there, line there. And there's a little bit of a bit that goes in. We might add that. I want this nice green now. I'll try and get a picture in the corner of the screen so you can see what I'm struggling to paint. So I'll get some of this sap green. Sap green, and it's dulled a little tiny bit of brown. I don't want too much brown actually in this. A bit of blue maybe. Yeah, that's a nice green. It's a bit of blue, and I'm just gonna use. I think I'll use a bigger brush. I don't know why I was using that tiny brush for that. Let's get some paint on. Use some of this green, and sort of it's a little bit cooler over here, I find, on the grass. So okay, and then a little bit of brown in the green, and that'll sort of warm it up a bit. A bit of yellow, a bit of green. Maybe yeah, that was it. I needed a tiny bit of red in the green, and red dulls your green. It dulls it. It's just what it needed. Just for this area here. So I'm trying to create those shapes that are in the shape of the land as well. Like the land goes down like that. So trying to think about that when you're painting it. It's kind of an important one. It creates that illusion, doesn't it? You probably already know. Let's get a bit more of that green. Okay. Put a little bit of light there. And just tap in. And now I want this bit of green blocked in here. So we're slowly but surely getting something. Dotting a bit of red in with my green just to dull things. I'm going to look at this area and thinking there's a bit more there. It's a bit longer here, a little bit A little bit too samey though, isn't it? So I'll throw in some other colour. Just I can't really see that because it's reflecting right back at me. But hopefully when it dries it looks alright. Let's get a bit more of this green. Okay. Now I'm gonna get some of this white and yellow and green. I'm gonna put my highlights back in because some of them I've lost them. There's a bit there and then a bit along here. Wherever you like. Look at the reference, think about where the light's hitting and then go for it. Okay. I feel like I could go a bit darker with my green. At the foreground. So really darker in places. Okay, and then I don't want to piddle around too much because I'll be here for hours. I know what I'm like when I start painting. Just don't stop. Just painting, never stopping. But I really enjoy it. I'm really enjoying myself. Right, I think we need to put in a few trees, and then we can say this is done. So I'll just get some. I'm getting some brown and blue, and some green. Brown, blue, and green. I'm just making that dull tree colour again. Bit of black in there. Dull tree there. Tree here. A tree there. Another one there. And that one there. And that's quite good because it's in front of that grass behind there. And it gives us a bit of depth then. And we can pull a tree out here. And maybe pull one out there as well. So I think I will finish on that. I think that'll do for me. That's my go at a mountain painting, and hopefully you find that one interesting, and maybe you'll want to have a go at it. Maybe you'll think, oh yeah, I could paint that, just seeing Jason doing it, and I'm pretty sure I can. So hope you do have a go and enjoy yourself, and hopefully I will see you at another episode. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers, bye.